All right, so this is 7 and 6. And this would be when we get into the moderate of stress. So the earlier parts were more so mild or light stress, but this is more moderate stress. So this is like if you have a bad day to a few bad days in a row. Um, and then also if you're starting to, if this stress is starting to impact your everyday life, sometimes you might get flustered or can't think. So the 7-6 or the moderate stress era, this might not be something that just happens in one day. This might be like, several days of just stress. And this could be from any ongoing problem or anything that brought you from a 10 to a 9 today. If that problem is still there, it might bring you down to a 6 or 7, by Friday, if this problem still occurs. If the problem is something simple as like just being tired or hungry or just restless, then I would definitely just say, do your best to try to fit some sleep into your schedule, take care of your body, get a good meal in, eat the best you can. Sometimes it is hard to eat, healthy, or we gotta, because eating healthy does take some money. I wish stuff was, well, it also just kind of takes a little bit of reworking. Um, because the stuff that tastes very delicious is definitely cheaper than the stuff that, anyway, I don't want to go into a food rant. But if you're having like several bad days, I would say this is where you would try to use some self-care strategies. Just, and this is also in the part where maybe you're stressed for a few days, but I do believe sometimes you look good, you feel good. So this, get your nice good shower, put on a nice fragrance, body oil or cologne or perfume. Groom your hair a little bit, brush it, or just, and that way when you look in the mirror, you look good. Light a candle or incense, because aromatherapy is nice as well. If you're smelling something good, that helps. Or just even just going outside, just smelling outside. That's like the free incense, free cologne, or free candle scents. You got your grass, or just sometimes even meditation works. If you can just kind of, if you're, especially if you're feeling restless, if you can just kind of just sit for a second and just relax, meditate. Definitely reach out to, and if you're stressed at any one of these states, it's always good to seek out a therapist or just a close friend or a family member, somebody that has your best interest at heart, and then you guys can figure out what it might do to take you to get up to that next level. Um, but I would at this stage, it is definitely recommended that you do seek out, like, a professional, especially if it's starting to interrupt your day to day, or if you're just constantly stressed multiple days in a row, then that's not good for you. So definitely do the best you can to push through that, and definitely don't seek help or reach out to those that are in need. But if now sometimes it might help to use like a string of hobbies day in a day. Sometimes we might be busy working. We might work 3-4 days a week in a row, like 3 or 4 extra days in a row, or just longer hours, picking up overtime. Sometimes we might have to work weekends. We got to work 7 days, 8 days in a row. So our normal consecutive days in a row might not be, it might be bad, or it might be just normal stress. But then when you pick up that overtime and you're working extra days in a row, then that might bring you to the 7-6. So at least when payday come around, and it might be helpful, we get extra money. But uh, and in some cases, you just got other stuff that pressures you or stresses you. So I would say just do your best to kind of manage that, and definitely reach out to a professional. Um, yeah, so that'll be it for this video.